Good morning, everyone. Actually, it's really not a good morning. I've had the worst night's sleep you could ever imagine. So if my eyes are a little bit puffy, you can understand why. It's, you know, like that kind of sleep where you're like asleep, but you're not asleep, is the only thing that I can think of. And I was worrying about lynx. What a thing to worry about. I was worrying about Lumi again. Why am I worrying about my cats at 12 o'clock at night? But apparently I was. And I was worrying about waking up in the morning. I was worrying about washing my hair. Those are not the worst things that I have to worry about at this moment in time, but apparently that's all I wanted to worry about last night. So yeah, really rubbish night's sleep, unfortunately. So I've had to overdose with eye drops, and I've done a little vitamin C wake me up kind of mask thing to just kind of at least try and wake up my skin if I can't wake up my eyes. My eyes are always the thing that like give me away. They're just, I see people get off the plane and they're like, oh my God, I've hardly slept, and they look amazing. If I get off like a plane and I haven't slept, I'm like, so I'm not one of the lucky ones, unfortunately. But today I've got a really exciting day. So I'm kind of trying my best to ignore the fact that I'm tired and just kind of get on with it. This is something that we've been planning to plan for a very long time. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to tell you. I'll probably find out more when I get there on what they'll let me, sorry, I think I just heard lynx. On what they'll let me tell you and what I can kind of, what information I can give you at the moment. I'm going to ByTerry's head office, and we've got like, I think like 3 to 4 hours of planning that we have to do, which is really exciting for me. Like, the stuff that we're planning is an absolute dream, and I know and I hope that you are going to enjoy and love what we have planned as much as I do and we do. So yeah, it's a really cool day, and hopefully they'll let me show you a little bit more, because this is the kind of thing that I would love to document, if you know what I mean. I don't know. So I'm going to be kind of just doing my makeup with you today as much as I can to make myself look more awake and a little bit better. And then after I've been to ByTerry, I'm going to the dentist. Don't know if you remember, I went and saw them before my wedding and I had my teeth whitened. I'm going to see them again today, so fingers crossed there's not too much stuff wrong with me. There wasn't last time, but hopefully this time there isn't too much. I'm gonna get ready for the day, and I just look forward to taking you with me, because this is a bit of a dream come true for me. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to start by plucking my eyebrows, because I don't think I've plucked my eyebrows since the weekend, and it's now Wednesday, and I don't have eyebrows like normal people. My eyebrows just grow and grow. Like, I envy people that go to get their eyebrows plucked like once a month or something. I have to do mine every day. I probably should have washed my hair today as well, but I just was not feeling the hair wash life today. So I might regret that when I have to straighten it in a minute, but if I do, I'm just going to put it in a ponytail and forget about it. Eyebrows are plucked, so I'm going to start my makeup. I have already put some of the Olay Total Effects Anti-Aging Moisturiser SPF in SPF 30. I've already put that on my skin down in the bathroom, because I keep it down there so that I don't forget, and then I keep another one up here in case I forget when I'm down there. Forward planning. So I'm gonna go with my usual and my absolute favorite, the ByTerry Cellular Brightening CC Serum, and I'm gonna overload this onto my face because it is just my favorite product, and you will already know that if you've watched for a while anyway. So that is the little glow shot to my skin from the ByTerry CC Serum. And for my foundation today, I'm using the ByTerry Nude Expert Duo Stick. Now this is just gorgeous. You would have seen me testing this out a few weeks ago. Basically, this is a foundation and a kind of like cream highlighter, half and half. And I use this on the days where I want a little bit of coverage, but I don't want to look too made up. So I can just kind of draw it onto my face and you get a nice shot of glow, so it doesn't compromise on the glow that I love to my makeup, because it's got this built-in highlighter at the end. And as you can see, I've lovingly used this. This is such a mess. Usually they look all nice and shiny like this, but because it's been in, I keep this in my makeup bag all the time. Even if I'm wearing a different foundation, I always have this in my makeup bag because it is perfect for like a quick touch up. So I'm just gonna add this all over my face. And one thing that ByTerry does exceptionally well is foundation. I even chose their foundations to wear on my wedding day, and it lasted all day. I didn't even have to go and touch it up. It was perfect. So they really do know their formulas and their consistencies really well. And this is great for, like I said, for touch-ups. I'm using Honey Beige, but basically, I think that people are quite scared of stick foundations. I know that I have awful memories of stick foundations as a kid. I think that people think of it as like stage makeup, but this one is nothing like that. It's light, it's glowy, it's dewy, and it just goes on so well. Like, you don't even have to blend that much, which is just such a dream. And it's just so convenient and easy to use. That is pretty much why I keep it always in my bag, because it's just so easy, especially for little tiny bags. It's not going to spill, so it's good for traveling. I've been testing this for a good few weeks now, and it doesn't compromise on the amazing ByTerry consistencies and textures, and yet it is part of the expert range, and it is such a convenient product. Usually it's like, for convenience you kind of like sacrifice a little bit, but not with this bad boy. I love it so much. I love that I can like look at my skin and be like, have I put enough on? Can I add a little bit more here? Can I add a little bit more there? And it's just perfectly like tailor-made to how much foundation you want. So I'm just buffing this in now. I'm using the Sigma flat kabuki brush. It's the F80 to buff this in, which works really well. I've got a little bit of like scars around this side, so just buffing that in a little bit more. And I'll be throwing that in my handbag so that I can touch up later on when I'm out, because when I'm out in London all the time I'm like, oh, why didn't I bring foundation with me? But it's because it's so inconvenient. So now I don't have to. I will pop a link to where you can buy this and all of the products that I use on my face in this little get ready with me in the description box down below. So if you want to try any of them out, you'll find everything linked down there. So for my under eye, I'm going to go in with the Becca Under Eye Brightener. I think I'm going to have to use a little bit of concealer on top of this as well, because today is not a no under eye concealer kind of day, unfortunately for me. Then I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible palette, which I've actually just hit pan on one of the concealers, but I just use my finger now. I quite like it, just kind of brightening up the underneath there. So then to bronze things up, I'm going to use the Givenchy Healthy Glow Powder, as I usually do, all around here to set the foundation where needed, because this is quite a glowy foundation, so it will need a little bit more setting. I use the Rodial Instaglam Compact Deluxe to just kind of spot mattify so that I don't lose too much glow. You can see that I've not even put highlighter on yet, and you can already see that gorgeous glow to the foundation. Then onto my eyebrows, I'm using the Giorgio Armani High Precision Brow Pencil. Why do I find that so hard to say? I'm like, high precision. For my blush, I'm still using the L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. I always blend it in a little bit with the foundation brush as well, just so it's not too intense. For my highlight, I'm going to use the highlight that you get in the ByTerry SunDesigner palette, but this is in my palette that I made in Paris with the brand, so it's my like little custom palette, and I got myself a big one of the highlight so that I can use it easier. Also just realised I haven't done my nose contour, so I'm going to do that quickly because I need to highlight my nose as well. So I just use the Radial Compact Contour that I always use, and I just use it quite gently. I'm also going to pop some eyeshadow on because I'm actually really enjoying wearing eyeshadow at the moment. It means that I don't necessarily have to do too much to my eyes, but it gives it a little bit of depth. So hopefully this is going to make me look a little bit more awake as well. I'm using the Warm Neutrals palette from Sigma in volume 2, and I tend to use Bittersweet as much as possible all over my eyes. So you can see that there. This one. Just gonna go straight in with that. So that's Bittersweet all over my eyes, and then just to give it a little bit more depth in the crease, I'm going to use henna just in there. I'm just going to use the same brush as well so that it blends nicely. I'm not too picky about that kind of thing. And then I use my fluffy YSL brush just to blend. I've just realised I didn't use my blooming eyeshadow primer. Oh well, I'm too tired to care today. But that is my eyeshadow finished, and I'm going to finish off my eyes by curling them using the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curlers. Like so. And finish with a slick of the ByTerry twist brush. This is still such a great mascara. I use it most days. It's blooming brilliant. I tend to mainly focus my mascara in the outer corner as well. Otherwise I kind of look a bit like a doll if I do too much mascara on my eyes. Whilst the first layer of mascara dries, I'm going to pop on some lip liner because I need it. I am using MAC Spice to line my lips because it goes really nicely with this colour on my eyes. And to finish off, I'm going to pop the ByTerry Velvet Rouge in shade 1 Lady Bear, which is almost finished. So I hope they have some in stock that I can grab today. Just realised I'm so not with it today. I haven't done my blooming second coat mascara. I think I just caught that in time. You know that there's like a fine line between your mascara being too dry and wet, and I was on that very line. And that is my makeup look finished. And even when I walked over, I was like, oh my god, I look so glowy today. When I look in the mirror in front of me, I'm like, oh hey glow. So very happy about that. So I'll pop all of the products that I've used in the description box down below. Now I'm going to do my hair, and I hope that it's not too minging. Also, I hope you have enjoyed the first kind of look at my kind of makeup setup. This is what I always hoped for, that there would be this gorgeous kind of like finished background. It's definitely not finished, as you can see, but this is kind of like what I always envisioned there being in my makeup tutorials and like when I sit here and do my makeup with you. So I hope that this makes things a little bit cleaner and a little bit more aesthetic as well. But I'm very happy with it. I enjoyed setting up today to film. So anyway, I'm going to be running late if I carry on talking to you as much as I want to. So I'm going to get ready now. The perfume that I'm wearing today is Philosopos by Diptyque, and I've used quite a lot of it because it's just a really easy fragrance to wear. I find a lot of fragrances really difficult to wear, funnily enough, which is not something I would ever really describe as difficult, but sometimes I get like headaches and they just make me feel sick, like, and yeah, so love this one. It's just a great easy one to reach for. Outfit of the day is a Pretty Little Thing top, which I really like, and I've got redone jeans, Dior shoes, and a Lady Dior bag, and then I've just kind of tucked my hair behind my ears because, as we know, I should have washed it and I didn't. So that's our little secret for the day. No one need know, and hopefully my boobs won't fall out of this top. Carrie laughing at her funny.
I just told Liz that she has to come with me to the accountants on Friday, and she can honestly look like a petulant child. So I had to say that I would take snacks and coffee.
My face when I find out I have to go to the accountants.
This is the face of someone who is very judgmental today.
No, I just think this is very dark in here.
It's actually very flattering lighting for you.
For you. Thank you. You definitely swapped those.
I definitely didn't.
You did.
Did I?
You definitely did.
No, mine's still look ridiculous this week. Genuinely didn't intentionally. Look, see? This is the sweet one. You've got the nicer one.
That's actually nicer.
Oh, and please stop, because I prefer that. I'm Lydia. I can only be polite in foreign languages.
Por favor. Feels less formal. I'm currently multitasking. Got my coffee between my legs. Good stuff. I'm hoping this doesn't feel too addy, okay, but I wanted to show you me using the ByTerry Nude Expert Duo Stick on the go, because this is the thing that really makes it one of the best foundations for using whilst I'm out and about. I'm using this as my phone, by the way. Oh, but look, it's Sammy Robinson. How cute does she look? I love her. I use my phone as my mirror, and basically, I wish I didn't look as tired as I do. I apologise. I keep apologising, but I'm so tired. It's really bad lighting, okay? And by the way, this isn't part of like the ad. I just didn't want you to think that it was just one of those products that I just used at home. Like, I shove it in my handbag every single day. Doesn't matter what foundation I'm using.
She genuinely does.
And I just pop it where I maybe want a little bit more coverage, which is usually around the chin area, because I'm constantly like touching my chin area face.
When you're pondering thoughts.
Yes, I'm like,
stroking your imaginary beard.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? He's at home with the cats. So I just carry my foundation brush in my bag and just touch up where needed. And I always follow with a little bit of lipstick, because I've usually drank a Red Bull, a coffee and an iced coffee by the time I get to London, so it's needed. Little touch up. And we're good to go.
Is this the part where I'm supposed to tell you look beautiful?
Yes, yes. But the thing is as we've established, I already know that I look beautiful, okay? Despite the fact that I have the most tired eyes in the world, I don't need you to reassure me, because we're good friends. And I know that every time you look at me, you're like, you are so beautiful. Oh God, shut up. Okay, so makeup is touched up and looking nice and glowy, considering how sleepy this eye is. Whenever I'm tired, I get one eye that's like sorer than the other. Do you get that?
And my eyes are as good as useless. So.
So funny.
Up with eyes, ears, everything quite a long time ago.
I asked her to close the window earlier, and she turned on the fan. She's like, I haven't got my glasses on. But seriously, I think you've got the fan on. It's so hot in here.
Oh, is it not cool fan? You are a nightmare, Millen. You have one there as well. You just don't want the wind rush, do you?
we are currently in a taxi on our way to the ByTerry HQ, and I'm very excited to catch up, very excited to see what their plans are and their new launches are, and also to chat our very exciting collaboration that we're working on at the moment. So I'll find out when I'm there if I am actually allowed to tell you anything about what we're planning and if I can show you anything, but I might not be able to, so just bear that in mind. But I will be showing you bits and bobs from the day, so very, very excited. It's about a 4-hour meeting, isn't it? So
3 hours and then dentist.
And then dentist.
Go and see Megan.
Go and see Meg. Good on Meg.
Get your lashes.
Get my lashes seen too. Hopefully they're not in too much of a bad way. Anyway, on we go. So we are at my favourite place in the entire world. I'm like a kid in a candy store whenever I come here. It's so weird though, because the last time I was here was just before my wedding, when I filmed my wedding makeup tutorial with Alban, and now we're back doing the next thing, and it's so exciting. I can't tell you what it is, but I can show you around the room and show you what this the twist brush, my fave. But basically I'm going to be showing you little snippets of what we're doing, but I can't tell you exactly what it is. So just to give you a little hint of what's going to be happening today, these are lots of amazing little pigments and we're going to have some fun with them. I'm excited. Always snack goals at ByTerry HQ. We've got the ByTerry biscuits. Ooh, Dare the No Filter.
Nude expert.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it works perfectly because that's what I'm using in today's video.
We created this for the events we're going to have in store for the Nude expert.
Wow.
It's launch already, but we are doing all the events in September.
Right, yeah, okay, got you.
They're so cute.
So cute. The stripy, colourful napkins. That's what is a colour fest here.
They are luxurious pigments, so obviously you can use it on your face, anywhere. And it's not drying anything. So the quality of the pigment is that good that you can definitely use it on the eyes, on the cheeks, on like contouring palette if you want. You can absolutely create whatever you want. So as you can see, there is some nudes going from dark nudes to very light nudes. You have some pinks, greens, yellows, orange.
These are the highlights, right?
You have highlights. Some of them you normally can like top up, you know, exactly like when you do your frozen yogurt, and then they will ask you, do you want some berries, do you want some chocolate? So you can be very naughty. So the same way you can be very naughty, have a lot of sparkles, have a lot. It's really like about toppings.
So this is like the colour, and then you're like, no, I want to add a little bit of sparkle to it.
Exactly.
I want to add the glow to it.
So some of them are already pearlescent anyway.
Okay.
You could add on top some kind of toppings.
Got you.
Some of them are matte, but you can really balance. After a set period there is more than 60 pigments, so like from that you can do whatever you want.
Cool.
They are, the idea is really for them to understand that for the first time ever we're giving them the opportunity to
You're one and only.
I wish you had your sprouts right now,
My sprouts. What's my sprouts?
so that you'd be the mad scientist wearing gloves.
Oh yeah, if I came with like no Meg on it. Don't usually like Nicki Minaj, but I like this song.
That's your face as if to say, I want to go out and dance to this song.
I would.
You are feeling yourself.
You're one and only.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh my god, I got it like
This is the
dead
perfect
on. 5 grams.
And
5000.
You should film that. This is
got-
unique.
like,
I've
you-
never seen that.
They won't believe it unless they see it. Like this thing. Oh no, wait. Me moving is making it go.
Oh shit.
No, it's gone. It
You
literally-
lied,
No,
Millen.
no.
You lied.
I swear I did brilliant! That was such a like momentous feeling. And you were too slow.
As per usual.
As usual. We have finished up. I've got some bits and bobs to take home and test. And now it's time for some avocado on toast with mozzarella. And they've even put strawberries in it. This is from Farm Girl. And I have I been to Farm Girl?
Yes.
I have. Oh yeah, we have.
We went to Farm
Good
Girl.
job you're here.
On the way Notting Hill.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. So we finished up at ByTerry and we've just pulled up outside of my dentist. I'll pop all of my dentist details in the description box below as well. We're just paying and I'm going to go inside and have my teeth looked at, which is good. They probably need it because the last time I saw them was before my wedding. So this is exciting. I love that my dentist is in London as well. I've never felt so snazzy in all my life.
You're one and only.
How's it been?
Good, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm a bit worried about my teeth.
Okay.
I don't know whether I've done like something or not.
Well, let's have a look. And a good thing today will definitely help. It's still a good colour.
Yeah.
And this will help just brighten them back up a little bit today as well,
That's
having a bit of clean and things. You guys in town anyway today, or?
Yes. Yeah, I'm actually still covered in makeup, so I'm watching that today. So I managed to clean off my hands, but I thought, oh, there's my teeth.
Does Lyd get to make her wear her beautiful?
Oh no, that was that was when I fell asleep like that.
You look like Santa because you had the dribble bib.
I've done this before, I did this, I did it clean last time, so it's nothing different.
What I'm worried about is like yeah, what you might find or something.
Let me just get got a little look.
Alien species. I love how you've planned this as well. It's like you knew I'd be facing your feet, so I've got DIOR stars facing me. You know.
My shades back on, my favourite shades. Thank you.
This is the longest stretch of time you've ever been quiet.
People say that you have lip fillers, don't they?
Yeah.
I can confirm, which was not.
Oh, you made my day!
You can feel it normally.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
God.
feel like lots of little bumps and things. Can't feel anything now. So.
I feel
and
like
it's just all spongy like a normal lip rather than that hard one.
I feel like I spend my life defending my lips. I'm like, I swear.
Now I'm just going to give this a bit of a polish. Ready to a little bit of paint.
She's ready to sparkle. I don't think people ever realise how horrific they look in a dentist chair.
Thank you. It's like crunchy.
Have a good run. Where?
Don't dribble. It's a glass bowl.
Well, hello everyone. I kind of took a couple of days off of vlogging afterwards just because, well, to be honest, everything to do with the house is just ground to a final halt. And not in a good way, so I've been like really frustrated. Nothing has changed this week at all, so I've just been like, oh, a bit of a grump about things. Had a bit of a moan on Twitter. That's what you do when you've got like things that are annoying you. But I really hope that you enjoyed coming with me on this video, because this is me showing you, as much as I can show you, a bit of like the behind the scenes and planning behind something that like I'm working on. And I know that it's so easy to think that like, oh, you know, it's just me sat at home in my pajamas, which most of the time it is, might I add. But there are some other times when you get to go out and get to do really cool things and build really cool relationships with brands that you just love. I've loved ByTerry since long before they even farted in the direction of creators. So for me to be able to be their ambassador and work with them in the way that I do is like such an amazing thing. So I really did want to be able to show you the kind of like planning and work that is currently going on behind the scenes. Just a little snippet of it. Remember, this video is only half an hour long. But today I've just been spending the day in the office and building a chandelier, funnily enough. So not really much has happened, but I do have very nice, clean and bright teeth now, thanks to my amazing dentist. And I've also got the ByTerry Nude Expert foundation back on my face today. I was watching the video back when I was like editing it, and I was like, oh wow, like it looks even better on camera. I know that it looks good in person, but seeing it on camera, I was like, oh my god. I've also been testing out a few new things. So I've got some of these on my face currently, and I am seeing, sorry, this is going to be really skew-if, but yeah, so I've been playing around with some makeup bits today as well, and that's my favourite thing to do. I bloody love playing around with makeup and trying different things. So you might be a little bit skew-if there. Sorry if you are. But that's kind of been the process of my day today. My mum is currently on her way over. She wants to have a peek at the house and how it looks at the moment. Probably have a cup of tea as well, and might cook some bits. I might rope her into cooking me something. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoyed just doing some bits and bobs that were slightly, you know, different with me. So I'm trying to vlog more when I'm like out and about and just doing the day-to-day stuff, because I appreciate that I've talked a lot about the house. Obviously the house is the biggest thing that's happening in my life at the moment, and I'm just loving doing it. So but I'm going to try and vlog the other things in between and build up a bit more content there as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes look, and I'll see you in my next video hopefully.